with the murder and robbery of 21-year-old Stephanie Flores Ramirez in Lima, Peru. One of the glaring questions is, why did Joran van der Sloot do it? Why did he have to kill a young woman he barely knew? One point I wanted to make last night on the program but forgot to was what Joran did with the breakfast he brought into the room. Did he really drink the espresso and munch on the local bread sitting next to his dead victim as he pondered his next move? He's quoted by the Peruvians as saying, "I was going to use one of the traveling bags to take the body out of the hotel, but I didn't do it because I was afraid that I would be detained leaving the hotel with my baggage and not paying the bill. I didn't because I was too afraid to be confronted." All right, with a dead body just inside his room door, why did Joran wait for someone to open his room door? Here is what Stephanie's family lawyer says the family thinks that this whole scene was all about.
You can see this man with 2 cups of coffee. He pretends to leave the room, locks the door so the hotel staff listens that nobody opens the door, and after that, he looks for an employee that opens the door. It seems his intention was, in my hypothesis, that the man from the hotel opened the door and saw the dead body, so they would think another person did it. That shows coldness, premeditation. It is a cold man.
A cold man indeed. We're joined in Lima by our producer, Guillermo Galdos. Guillermo, welcome back. I hear that Joran has fired his lawyer.
It's true, Geraldo. I spoke with Maximo Altes today, Joran's lawyer, briefly after he left Castro jail this morning. He mentioned that indeed Joran didn't want to do anything with him and that he was going to hire a new lawyer and that his family was on its way to Lima. That's what he said to me today, just after lunch.
In most of South America, most Latin American countries, Sunday is usually very quiet, Lima too. But what's been going on there today, Guillermo? Are the folks angry?
Basically, today people were really quiet, but today is visit day in the jail. So everybody was wondering if anyone was going to go and visit Joran. But obviously he didn't receive any visits. He's still in the newspapers, in the headlines, and what we know is that he has been refusing to eat the jail food. He fears for his life clearly inside the jail.
Is that fear, here's the better question, Guillermo, is Joran's fear for his life justified given the anger in the community?
I truly believe his fear is justified. As I was outside Castro, as I mentioned, people were coming out from visiting inmates, and they were shouting at me. They realized we were from the foreign press, and they were shouting horrible words about Joran. They were saying he should be killed, he should be killed like he killed his victims. People don't have any sympathy at all for Joran here in Lima, Peru.
Guillermo, stand by. Les Levine, private investigator, previously has worked for the van der Sloot family. Comment?
This is exactly the problem that I think Joran faces. He has been accused of committing a crime in Aruba that all the Aruban authorities, the FBI, and whatever forces they were able to muster has not been able to prove. And it has developed into a lynch mob mentality.
His father said, no body, no case.
Well, unfortunately, his father was accused of being one of the people who helped dispose of Natalie's body. His father never had the weight in Aruba that they make it out to be.
And in Lima?
Lima, this young girl, this terrible tragedy, her father ran for president. He has enormous power. The system in Peru is such...
Don't you think the video record condemns your former client?
I think the video record shows Joran coming in and out of a room. Does not tell us what happened the 48 hours ensuing the time that Joran left. Could somebody else have possibly entered the room?
That's a good point, but Kimberly, the video record would clearly show it. The surveillance cameras didn't stop after Joran left the room.
We've never seen surveillance.
You will.
You will, and they're saying what we're getting the reports from Lima are that there's a continuous video that shows that no one else entered or exited the room. So he's got a big problem there. Plus the forensics in the room and in the car. You've got eyewitnesses
Her blood on his shirt.
Absolutely. There's transference of evidence there. But they've got him. He's done.
Natalie Holloway's father, Dave, arrived in Aruba today. As you can imagine, this has been a painful time for the Holloway family. Craig is in Aruba. His report, ladies and gentlemen, is coming up next. We'll be right back.